So at the same time that we are seeing an anthrax outbreak here in the United States, the CDC is also warning us of 9 additional states that are going through a salmonella outbreak. So today I want to break down what's going on, why this is, again, so troubling, why it's happening at this time, but what we could see moving forward. So all I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds, go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So it's crazy to think that all of a sudden we have an anthrax outbreak, we have a salmonella outbreak, but why are we getting all these outbreaks all of a sudden? Well, a few things are actually coming into play. Number one, we are actually seeing the CDC and other health organizations. They are now coming out and saying it's an outbreak a little premature. It's coming out a little bit early. The reason for that is because they're trying to get on the good side of the American people. They do not want something to spread so quickly before they can catch it and before they can actually give it a name, like an outbreak. Because when that happened before, the American people were a little concerned that why were health officials not coming forward and calling the whole COVID situation, right, calling it a pandemic before it actually was. Now, second reason, it has to do with climate change. Now, I'm no expert. I'm not going to try to pretend to be an expert, but according to experts, yes, climate change will affect our country, will affect cattle, will affect chickens and everything in between. So we have to be well aware of that. But let's look at this. It says an egg brand recalled after salmonella outbreak sickens dozens of consumers in 9 states. That is according to the CDC. It says at least 65 people have been sickened by the recalled eggs. Now, this article was written yesterday. This has been going on for a couple of days. Now, the reason why I want to bring this to your attention today is because eggs are used in so many different things. Now, people eat eggs just as they are. They use eggs to make a cake. Use eggs in medicine, right? And I'm just telling you, this is what we know. Now, I want to read you a little bit of the recall first, and then we're going to get to what the CDC actually said on their website. Look at this right here. It says Milo's Poultry Farms, LLC, which is based in Bondule, Wisconsin, has began recalling all eggs branded Milo's Poultry Farms and Tony's Fresh Market over a salmonella outbreak. That was announced just on Friday. It says salmonella causes vomiting, dehydration, and fever and can be deadly to children and senior citizens. According to the CDC, 65 consumers have become sick and 24 have been hospitalized and no deaths have been reported. That's the good news. Okay? Yes, 65 people have become sick, 24 hospitalized, 0 deaths. That's the key number. If that number starts to tick up, then the CDC is going to come out and they're going to say it's a bigger outbreak and there's going to be more recalls than just what we're seeing. But again, as of right now, the recall has been linked to 9 states. Okay, let's see what the CDC has to say. It says the CDC warns of recalled eggs sold in Illinois, Michigan, and Wisconsin. That's only 3, not 9, right? Well, let's get to the key points here. It says 65 people from 9 states have gotten sick from the same strain of salmonella. The 9 states include the 3 states where the eggs were sold. That's Illinois, Michigan, and Wisconsin. In addition to California, Colorado, Iowa, Minnesota, Utah, and Virginia. It says most people are from Wisconsin and Illinois. Those are the sick people. 42 from Wisconsin, 11 from Illinois. It says 24 people have been hospitalized and no deaths reported. Okay, that's the good news. Now, let's get to this. The outbreak may be difficult to treat with some commonly recommended antibiotics and may require a different antibiotic choice for people who need them. Lab testing showed that salmonella making people sick is resistant to nalidixic acid and ciprofloxacin. This may make illnesses in this outbreak difficult to treat with some commonly recommended antibiotics and may require a different antibiotic choice for the people who need them. Okay. So again, if the certain strain of Salmonella is resistant to the antibiotic or the medication that you're getting, well, what do you do there? That's the issue. Okay? And again, I want to be very clear on this. Salmonella isn't going to go from one person to the next. There's no human to human transmission. Okay? But here's the reason why it's such a big deal. What we've been seeing recently is some of these viruses, some of these illnesses that we are going through, there can be some type of a mutation when it's inside the human body. And that mutation, again, what if that mutation is transmissible from person to person? What happens then? That's the concern. That's where health experts are saying what we've seen over the past 4 years has been frightening, because we saw COVID and we knew about COVID long before that, long before 2019. But we didn't know about the new strains, the new variants. And that's the concern, is what if we see all these old illnesses come back, but it's a new variant? How do we make sure that our medication works on the new variants after it mutates? Again, I'm no health expert, but what I do know is, yes, that is concerning, because we might not have the medication to actually make people better. Now, look at this right here. What should you do? Now, here's the thing. Don't eat any recalled eggs. That's the first thing you should do. Throw them away or return them where you bought them. What most people don't realize is, if there's a recalled item in most grocery stores, there's going to be a wall with all the different papers of all the different recalled items. It could be food, it could be a baby item, it could be clothing, whatever, right? The neck hole's too small, right? Shrinks up and chokes you. Yeah, it'll be recalled. Now, here's the reason why I say this. You can take that item back to the store. They will give you a refund. Okay? Based off what I know, you do not need a receipt. You take it back to the store, show them proof that, hey, this is I bought this, a couple weeks ago, whatever. I don't have a receipt. I paid cash, whatever it may be. Look, it's recalled. I just want my money back so I can go and get an item that is not recalled. Simple as that. Walmart does it. Okay, Kroger does it. Safeway does it. Albertsons does it. Okay, so in most cases, you should be able to just go right to the store, take your item back, and get a new one. Again, don't get the same one. Get a different one. Now, here's the next one. Wash items and surfaces that may have touched the recalled eggs using hot soapy water or a dishwater. One of the reasons why you use or should wash your surfaces, again, wash knives, right? Countertops, cutting board, whatever you may be using, is because there could still be salmonella on that surface. So make sure you wash it, get it all off, right? You're good to go, so that you do not, make a sandwich or something on your counter and all of a sudden you have salmonella on the back of the bread, right? Pretty simple. So, as of today, that is what we know. There's still not a lot of information out about this outbreak, because again, it's only coming out over the past 2 to 3 days. But what I can tell you is that we will get more information on this. I don't think it's going to spread. I think this outbreak will be contained at or where it's at right now. But the good news is, at least we know a little bit more about Salmonella than we do other viruses. So, again, that is what we know as of today. As soon as I know more, I promise, I'll come back on and share all the latest news and updates. But as of today, again, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.